All right, homesteader family. So, as you see in the title, I messed up big time. I didn't do my research. I took things for granted. I just got done taking a shower. I just cut my hair, shaved off the sides because I know some of you guys love my Viking style haircut that I do. So I just got out shower. I had a peanut butter and honey sandwich, and I figure I come make a video, let you guys know my disaster of a day today. So I went over, I picked up, I was supposed to pick up 2 pigs. Um, we could only get 1 pig in the trailer and the other one would get out. And every time we tried again, then the pig get out and try to get another pig back in. So I was only able to take 1 pig today. I got some chickens and turkeys and roosters and got them out to the ranch. Now, what I took for granted and the research that I did not do is, with me being Dr. Doolittle, I've always been able to put animals in and everything goes fine. Little bit of pushing, little bit of fussing. I correct it, everything's golden. Well, I came home and looked up, what do you do for fighting pigs? So, because I did not do my research and I took it for granted that I could just put animals together, it states on the internet, I did, like I said, some research when I got home before I hopped in the shower to figure out, what I can do. For the first 24 hours, any new pigs coming in with other pigs have a really explosive aggression thing going on. So they can determine dominance and breeding order and eating order and everything like that right off the bat. I did not know that. So as soon as I put the other pig in, I got some footage of him going into the pen. He walked around a little bit, and then I had to shut the clip off because they got into it, and I had to try to break it up. And I've never had a pig come at me or anything like that, but this pig decided, he was going to lunge at me. So I was able to try to break some of it up, and he went after Papa Pig, and Papa Pig's got some slices on him and he was bleeding, and Papa Pig got a couple nips on him, but nothing serious. Well, then this pig decides he's gonna go test Porky. He's gonna go attack Porky, which the pig's like half the size of Porky, so it was a stupid idea. And Porky got a couple decent cuts on his body, but nothing as bad as Papa Pig. And then, of course, when he had enough of this pig trying to bite on him and everything. Yep, I wish I would have known that, Samson Farms. Like I said in the beginning before you jumped in, I've never put... Only pig that I brought in was Porky. And Porky's an older pig, and he was with Petunia. So when I put the two of them in, they snarled a little bit, but that was the end of it. And I didn't do the research. So now I know, after doing research, this happened. So for those of you that don't know, that will watch this later, for the first 24 hours, it's the worst of the aggression. And there's a lot of biting and wrestling and everything like that. So tomorrow, I'm going to be going over, I've got a huge bottle of iodine because I buy everything in bulk. And it said on the internet, everything to make sure you take care of all the wounds because they can go into infection. Now, pigs are supposed to be very hardy, and a lot of those wounds will seal up on their own. And from everything I read online, it's not going to be that big of a thing. But the new pig that started the fights and went after my 2 pigs, when he messed with Porky, Porky put a gash in him, I want to say about 1 inch deep. I mean, Porky got a nice hold of him right down his back and just filleted him. And like I said, I've laid with my pigs. I've hung out with the pigs. I've never had to worry with my pigs being aggressive. And everybody on different YouTube channels that I used to watch always said, you never want to get in the same pen with the male pig and all this stuff because of them being able to kill you and tear you open. Well, now I see, what the possibility is, what they can really do. Yeah. Yeah, I read all that too. So, like I said, I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to put iodine on all them. I took my cow udder spray that I got for the goats when I thought I was going to have baby goats, and that never happened because Mongo wasn't able to impregnate. And that's the type of iodine, and I use that on all my animals. And also for the Sunday Monday vlog yesterday, I forgot to mention, with the alpacas staying out, I had a bunch of people asking how the alpacas did on their own. Well, I got over to the ranch, the alpacas were missing. So panic set in. Well, they were out in the trees. So I ran to my neighbor John's house to see if he was going to do firewood, which he couldn't. So I came back to the ranch, which was a good thing he couldn't do firewood. Because when I got back, the alpacas were in the yard or on the ranch, but I was missing an alpaca. So as I get into the ranch, I see Mickey's head is covered, half green, half covered in blood. And for those of you that don't know, Mickey killed one of my milk goats last year when I first got the milk goats. I had him in the pen off a chain. I never had him on chain. Disaster struck. Well, he was on a chain, so I'm like, why is he all bloody? So I look for his face and everything. Nothing damaged, nothing wrong with Mickey. So now it's, where's this alpaca at? So I found the alpaca. He was over by the farm, hanging out by some piles of dirt. Apparently, him and Mickey got into it. He covered half of Mickey's head in green spit, and Mickey got about 3 good bites on his leg. And that's what this cow udder, it's iodine type mix. It's a white and black can, and it's worked amazing on all the different injuries. When my goat got injured with a window that he went through, when my one got his foot caught in the fence, it works amazing. What I do is I spray the iodine all over, and it's a chilling effect so the nipples close up for the dairy animals. And there goes my phone messing up. Anyhow, so it's nice and cold, so that helps alleviate the pain in my mind. I think it does. And the iodine takes care of the bacteria. Then I take a bag of flour and I cake the flour in whatever injury. And we use flour in the military if we had access to it for cuts and gouges and stuff like that, because your body metabolizes it and turns it into scab material, and it will scab over. And I've been doing that for all the different animals. You've seen all the animals that I've rescued that way. So it was Donald, one of the white alpacas. And of course, I didn't know which one was a male, which one was a female. So now I know who the male is. And it was the male that got into it with Mickey. And of course, I know it's not all Mickey's fault because Mickey's on his chain. So he couldn't have gone out after the alpaca. The alpaca had to come in and do something with him or just get into his territory. And Mickey doesn't like people in his territory. So anyhow, he was laying down. He went up to the far side of the pen once I got him into the pen and just laid down. I went back the next morning, resprayed everything, repacked everything with flour. And then Saturday, or that was Friday when I found him. I went up Saturday. Then Sunday when I went up, he was walking around, came out the pen. He's not limping or anything. So the alpaca's all taken care of. So needless to say, all the alpacas are doing good. I didn't lose any of them from being out for 2 days. I just had the injury with Mickey and Donald getting into their tussle. And for those of you that don't know, alpacas have very, very fine-tuned aiming of spitting. Because when I was trying to help Donald, luckily I had my glasses on. He spit, and I was probably 5 feet away, and my glasses were covered. I couldn't see anything out my glasses. And for those of you that don't know, that spit stinks. My shirt was covered in it, my face, everything. So luckily, I left changes of clothes in the camper trailer, and I got baby wipes to wipe down in the evening or if I need to clean something up. So I was able to change, clean everything up, but that smell stayed in my nose for like 2 days. And smacked him on the nose every time he went to try to spit at me. And now he's at the point that he was putting his head on my chest, letting me pet his neck and stuff like that. So he's all good. Now, like I said, tomorrow I've got to go back. I got to pick up the female pig from the chick that's losing her homestead or shutting the homestead down because she can't afford it. And I'll take the iodine and coat all the pigs with iodine to make sure infections don't happen. And for those of you that don't do research and stuff like that, and like I didn't do with putting pigs in, it's something you might want to consider. Not just take everything for granted and, you know, just do it because everything's been working every other time. So for now on, when I get into other animals, I'll definitely be doing research and checking on everything. So far, luckily, I haven't had issues until tonight. And luckily, none of the pigs are dead because it said on the internet that that first 24 hours of aggression, when they start fighting, they can fight to the death. And so luckily, I didn't lose any of the pigs. And hopefully tomorrow when I get there after picking up the girl pig, hopefully there's no dead animals when I get there. So for those of you that follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that, I'll be putting up some pictures of one of the roosters after this video, and a picture of the temporary chicken coop nesting area that I built in the couple hours I had before dark. So hope everybody has a great night, and I'll talk to you guys later.